coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts. Hey man, shout out everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. I appreciate the love. Appreciate the support. Man, we out here, man. 33 years of prison stories. Can't stop, won't stop. We still pushing P. We pushing positive energy. It is not gonna change. This is what we doing. We trying to save these youngins out here, man. These kings and queens, with full of potential, full of life, and we don't want them to get themselves trapped off where they up in somebody's prison just rotting away, and their potential is gone. You know, we need to do something about that. We need to keep spreading the word. We need to keep pushing this positive energy. That's what I'm about over here. That's what we're going to keep on doing. Follow me on all of these platforms. Facebook, Banky Pound for Pound. Catch me on the Michael Collier Morning Show Thursdays at 10 a.m. With my Bankology 101. Instagram, I'm posting on Instagram. Just follow me everywhere we go, man. Boxing Talk with Banky and Jay on YouTube, where we interviewing some of the top boxers in the world, some of the top trainers. So it's just a movement, man. We just out here pushing positive energy on all platforms, every day, all day. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. Spread the word, share the videos, and we out here, man. TBP Nation, stand up, salute. We out here, man. Oh, today, man, just from conversation that I had with people recently, it just bring me to this topic right here, something that I know a lot about, and I just wanted to talk about it and speak about it, to give y'all some insight to what it's like inside prison, man, when you live a gambler's life, you know, a gambler's life in prison. It, man, that's a hard life. It's a hard life, and the crazy part about it is a life that I chose for, in 33 years, probably the better part of 20 some years, man. You know, maybe 25 or better, or somewhere up in that range, man, where I just was engulfed in that lifestyle, you know. It was a release from the boredom, you know. It kept me away from being bored all day. You excited, you know, you excited, you get your adrenaline flowing, you win, it's a beautiful thing, you lose, you got anxiety, you know, you feeling a certain type of way, you got no peace, you're mad all the time, you on go, you ready to snap out. So it's an up and down life, man. But I can't sit here and tell you the reason why I kept doing it, the reason why I kept indulging in it. Maybe because it was the thrill, it was the you know, my outlet from being bored. I used to gamble all day, man. I used to gamble all day, for the most part, every day. You know, I used to gamble. I set up, I played poker, I played dice, I played skin. The one things that I never really gambled on was the parlays or the pick tickets and stuff like that. I never really did that. You know what I'm saying? One point in time, a short stretch, I ran a couple of square blocks. You know, where you get the blocks, you get 100 squares, and people pick, and you know, you just really get money. That's just like free money. All you got to do is be the manager of the money. You know, you got to make sure the person who wins gets paid. But other than that, man, you know, my gambling, the choice was the dice or either the poker game, man, was mainly my gambling. Bet on games sometime, you know, I done bet on Super Bowls and regular games, stuff like that. But the problem with gambling in prison is it is synonymous with violence. It's synonymous with violence. You gonna have violence when you gambling. That's just what it is. And by us being in prison, you know, you're gonna run into the you know, people not wanting to pay, people not wanting to honor in their bet, people not wanting to you know, stand on their word. And you know, in prison you got to do something about that. You know, you just can't let it go. It's just not something that you do in prison. If you do, there's no need to keep on gambling, because it is a domino effect. Everybody will not pay you. It's just that simple. I don't care how big you is, how bad you is. If somebody don't pay you and you do not do anything about it, then you will not get paid by nobody else. That's just the way it goes. So just getting up every day, man, and getting on that type of grind every day is just draining to you, man. But it becomes your lifestyle. Like I say, when you do something over and over again, it's a routine. If you continue to do it, it will be a habit. If you continue even beyond that, it will be your lifestyle. And for a long time, gambling in prison was my lifestyle, man. And I had a lot of problems with gambling, man. A lot of altercations, um, a lot of bloodshed, a lot of getting locked up, getting transferred, a lot of losses in gambling. But you tend not to look at the losses. You only look at the wins. And when you win, you feel like you can always win, and that's the thing. That's the draw to gambling, you know. But man, the violence in prison with gambling, man, is just so vicious that you would wonder why anybody would continue to do it, but we do, and I can't knock nobody. I can't, point the finger at nobody because I did it myself. And just because I was able to stop, I don't want to be a hypocrite and downplay people who do it. But I will say to you this: it is an addiction, and a lot of people cannot stop it. A lot of people cannot stop it, man. Especially if you've had success in it, if you won, it will give you the sense that you done mastered this, that you can, you can always win, and that's not the case. That's why a lot of people go running back and forth to Vegas, and a lot of people go running back and forth up in the casinos because they won once, and they're always going to be chasing that, and a lot of dudes can't get out of that, man. And I've met a lot of dudes in prison. They did a lot of gambling, man, and they win, and it's a smaller environment, and they can basically control what's going on. A lot of people have mastered the game. They can read the cards, but then you got to be looking out for the trickery, the larceny, the skullduggery, the tomfoolery. The dudes is cheating. The dudes that got mock cards. The dudes that can count cards. The dudes that got shaved dice. The dudes that got pair dice. The dudes that know how to pair roll. The dudes that know how to put partners in the game and outbet you and bet you out your money, and then they split the money. It's just so much that goes with it that a person coming into prison to jump straight into it, they don't know it, and they're going to take a lot of losses until they figure it out. Then when they do figure it out, then they got blood in their eye. They want to hurt you because they felt like you done got out on them because you was cheating them all this time. But now that they hip, you know what I'm saying, they want to do something to you. And the violence I done seen in gambling, man, is just out of this world. Like I say, I've told y'all a couple of the incidents, like the incident with Troop, when Troop found out he got cheated, you know what I'm saying, in gambling. And, he ended up, doing what he felt like he had to do, which ended up in somebody else almost losing their life. You know what I'm saying? That dude, had multiple stab wounds on him, and he almost lost his life for cheating. I know dudes that done lost their eye for cheating. I know dudes that done got stabbed in their face, in their neck for cheating. It's all good until you get caught. But these are the extremes that people go through, man, when you gambling in prison, because it's a must-win situation. Especially if you don't got the money and you jump in a game and you losing and you don't got the money, you feel like you must win because you know that if you don't win, then some violence could definitely come behind it, and the chances of it's coming behind it is very, very high. So people put themselves in these situations all day, and then the more they get out of the situations, the more they're willing to take chances because they always gonna feel like they can get out of the situation. But it comes a time, and when you get to the point where you done seen so much and you done seen so many people get hurt and you done seen so much viciousness, you have to pull up out of that stuff if you ever trying to go home, if you ever trying to see the streets again, because you could be gambling in prison, man, and you could get put in a situation, even if you prevail and you had to kill somebody or hurt somebody or put somebody close to death, then you done lowered your chances of going home, because that comes with going to court. That comes with getting more time. You understand? And a lot of people can't, they can't pull away from that. They still do that. I know dudes that gambled all the way to the time they was going out the door. You understand me? I'm talking about they just that addicted to it till they going home the next day and they gambling. They at the poker table gambling. You understand? And violence could break out. I know somebody in particular, which made me come up with this story to think about telling this story. Did I know somebody in particular that had made parole, was going home and was gambling? You know what I'm saying? And almost was in an altercation that would have prevented them from even going home. But the draw to the game, the draw to the excitement, the adrenaline is so high that they take that type of risk. You already know the draw is high when you already playing, and you know you at a poker table with 6 dudes and 4 of them, 5 of them got the Bethlehem on them, and you still gonna go volunteer to put yourself in that situation where you know somebody could argue at any moment about a hand, and you know that these it's just like going to gamble, or like back in the day when you watch the old cowboy movies where everybody at the poker table got the gun on their hip, and you still go get in that game. You gonna get in that game, man. When you look back in retrospect on these things, you can see a lot of your flaws, and you can also see a lot of your grace that was given to you to make it out of these situations. You know what I'm saying? That's what I can do right now. I can see my grace in that I made it out of these situations that I put myself in voluntarily so many times, man. And what I found out is since I've been out, I ain't gambled since I've been out. I stopped gambling before I got out. You know what I'm saying? Which was one of the best decisions that I ever made. But I haven't gambled at all since I've been out. I haven't even played a lottery ticket, and I don't plan to. But it's so many dudes that I know that was good dudes in there, and they survived off of that gambling, and now they out here on the street, and they cannot shake that bug. They can't shake that bug, and they also can manipulate and outthink everybody out here, or the system of gambling out here, be it the casinos, be it just gambling with dudes on the street. They can't control it like they could control it in prison. And these dudes came out here and prospered and they got on their feet and made the transition, except for that one thing, that gambling, and they can't get it up off of them. And now that gambling is starting to take away and eat up, like like termites inside of a house. It's starting to eat up all the things that you have accomplished since you've been out. It's starting to eat up all of the success that you done had, and it's threatening to put you back in harm's way, or either back in the penitentiary, because you can't stop gambling. I've known dudes that came home and was home before me and used to be big time gamblers in prison, used to gamble against them, and now they got out here and got success and got family, got cars, got houses, got this, that, and the third. But the gambling is threatening to take that away. And they calling me and asking me for money. I ain't got it. And I definitely ain't got it to give to you to go gamble away. You know what I'm saying? So those are some of the things that gamblers go through, man. And a lot of dudes started gambling in prison. But now it's an addiction, man. And it's a dangerous addiction. It's no different than being on drugs or alcohol or whatever. If you cannot control something, that something is controlling you. And you got to ask yourself, where is that going to take you to? You know what I'm saying? So you got to come to a point where you're willing to be able to cut that off, and knowing that it's not good for you. And it's hurting a couple of dudes that I know, man, that was locked up with me, man, and good dudes, but they out here, and that bug got them, and that bug is threatening to take away the things that they have accomplished out here, just because they can't back away from it. And it's crazy because this is a choice that you can make. You know what I'm saying? It's a choice that you can make, just to leave it alone. Because like I said, when I was in prison, man, I knew every day that I went to gamble, man, that I might be in an altercation. I very, very, very rarely was gambling with more than one or two people on deck, or like a poker game, a dice game, or a skin game or something where I ain't got that Bethlehem on me. And if you got it on you, you already know that you were using. So I was voluntarily saying that I'm willing to, hurt somebody behind this money. Voluntarily putting myself in a position to be hurt over some money. Petty money too. When you look at it in the big scheme of things, petty money. And I done seen blood shed at a table, at a crap game, at a gambling joint, and I'm right back at the same joint the next day. Insane, man. Insane. Over cars, over some dice, you know, dudes getting mauled, dudes losing their life, dudes getting, scarred for life, and you still go get involved in this stuff voluntarily. So this is the life of a gambler in prison. This is what you got to go through. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of young dudes get sucked up into it because they come in there and they see that they so bored and ain't nothing going on, and they done played a little dice on the street. They done played a little poker on the street, or they done played in the jail, and they come into prison and they don't realize this is like the big leagues now, man. This is life and death that you playing with. You think you gambling for money, but in prison you literally gambling for your life, because somebody would kill you over these bets, over this money, over these cards, over this dice. They would take your life. You know what I'm saying? In the spare of a moment, in a fit of rage, they'll take your life. Whether they regret it or not after, I'm sure, maybe so, but they would take your life, man, in a fit of rage over this gambling stuff. You know, but yet it's a poker table in every block going on every day. It's a dice game going on in somebody's cell every day in prison. You know what I'm saying? And it's fights for both of them every day. And the administration ain't gonna do nothing to stop it. Not nothing, because it keeps the penitentiary moving. It keeps the, you know what I'm saying, it keeps the beds being rotated. It keeps their job being a need on the need to have basis. We need COs. We need them because this is what's going on. So it's all a system that's designed, man, to destroy, and it does just that. And we feed into it every day. And I ain't no different because I was one of them. You know what I'm saying? Top runner. You know what I'm saying? Running down to the table, eating at the table. You know what I'm saying? Eating, looking at cars, calling, eating, because you don't want to leave the table. You know, but I thank God every day, man, that I was able to shake that. I was able to get that out of my system, man. And you know, it's some dudes that I pray for now that they can get that out of their system, because they out here on the street and it took their life right back down to zero. Right back down to zero. When they come out here and they was winning and they was winning and it was all beautiful, it was all gravy, it was just amplifying everything that they was doing, trying to get back out on their feet out here, and now it's just sucking them dry when you get into the bad streets, as we say in the penitentiary, when you get into the breaks. See what I'm saying? It's different out here than in there, because out here, when you start losing and you start losing and you're losing things, it's gonna really, really, really affect your lifestyle out here. In prison, you can lose and have nothing, but you still gonna have a roof over your head. You still gonna be able to go eat if you ain't got nothing to go eat but that tomfoolery, that garbage over there. But you still gonna have that. You know what I'm saying? But you might not have that out here on the street. If you go into a loser street, you could be homeless. You know what I'm saying? You could be put in a situation where you don't got no money, and then you right back into the criminal lifestyle, trying to get back where you was before you start losing and gambling. So I say all that to say, man, gambling is real, real serious, man. And I hope that if you ever find yourself in prison, that you wouldn't get involved in it. I hope the dudes that's in prison, you know, they come out. I hope somebody show them this video and let them know, man, that it ain't what you need to do out here on these streets. If you was doing it in prison, you need to leave it in prison, because out here on these streets, it's gonna cost you way, way more. You know what I'm saying? When you lose, then you know, then you willing to pay, man. Because what it's gonna cost you is possibly, you know, going in the grave, or possibly going back in there where you came from, which you fought so hard to get out of. You know, so yeah, man. But the life of a prison gambler, man, it's a hard life, man. It's a hard, hard life. Um, and it's just amazing that we wake up and volunteer to do it every day. You know, that just show you how much your brain be gone when you in prison. You know what I'm saying? That you're not even thinking with clear thoughts. You're not even thinking logical. You're not even thinking some really survival, because you're thinking survival, but it's counterproductive. I'm trying to survive and get out, but yet I'm gonna put myself in these situations where I could die, where I gotta kill somebody, and I can't get out. Crazy, man. Prison, man. Prison life is crazy, man. It's insane, man. And I was insane with it. But, you know, I'm blessed, man, and highly favored, man, to be out and to have survived some of these things. And even more so to be able to give y'all this type of insight, so you'll know, man, and you might can share this life with somebody else that need to hear this. So, anyway, no, it's not the conventional video, but y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Talk to me in the comments. I talk back. I'm just going to keep trying to bring y'all information that you can use. You understand? And if you can't use it, you know, you can give it to somebody else that need it, that can use it. You know, let me know what y'all think in the comments. In the meantime, man, follow me on Facebook, man, Banky Pound for Pound. I'm getting ready to start posting material over there as well, posting old stuff over there as well now to build up 10,000. We need 10,000 followers so we can start posting new stuff over there, get a whole new audience over there, get some more people with this positive energy, and we're going to keep on pushing this message, man. In the meantime, in between time, man, y'all be safe, be smart, make good decisions, and duck them hooks, man, and duck that gambling table, man. It ain't worth it.
The Banky special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man.
My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.